reward them suitably. I will quote from this book, War for Talent, that for exceptional results for by the talented people, there should be exceptional rewards. For exceptional results, there should be exceptional rewards. And I'll again quote from this book, War for Talent, that for really talented people, the compensation structure and the band should not be a bar, should not be a criteria, otherwise they will leave and go. Again, I will quote from one article in Fortune magazine. It says that, and this is unfortunate, but I believe in it. He said that today's talented people, they are very intelligent, they are knowledgeable, they are result oriented, and they outperform, but their loyalty is questionable because, and this is the result of a survey by Fortune magazine, because these highly talented people, unless they find their jobs, that's not a subject I will talk about, that how to retain them. It's not only compensation which is going to retain them, it's the kind of responsibility and the challenge and the recognition they're going to receive in their current jobs. So it's not only hiring and retaining, it is also nurturing the talent in the organization, and it talks about a whole culture, what kind of culture and mindset an organization is creating to hire and nurture the talent in the organization, because that is your competitive advantage. Now, very quickly, I will go through about that how do we have started practicing since 2003 to 2004. Before I do that, I will just very quickly go through the NBP profile very quickly. Pre-tax profit in 2000 of National Bank was around 1 billion. Today it's 23 billion. And total assets from 371 billion, it has risen to 817 billion. And its number of employees today is around 16,000. It has about 1,250 branches. It has about 29 regions, and its presence is in over 21 countries. We're opening franchise in Delhi and Saudi Arabia and Moscow. Now, and it has got national and international recognitions, being the best bank in the last 4 out of 5 years, the highest rating in the country. So 35, more than 35, and for that, the chief executive officers of the bank, Syed Ali Raza, has been amply recognized both nationally and internationally, and he has also been identified as one of the top stars of Asia at the forefront of change. 25 leaders were identified in Asia, and he is one of them to revamp a sleeping public sector giant to one of the vibrant organizations from a loss of, in 1999, the bank was struggling for being liquidated, but today, mashallah, it is the strongest bank in the country. Now, we have talked, this mission statement we have worked out for, how much time, I think? You can tell me how much time, 15 minutes more, okay. Now, this vision statement for human resource, we worked out about 3 to 4 years back, that we said that we must provide, as HR, we must provide more talented human resource in all the NBP functional areas in relation to competition, keep the employees motivated, and maintain industrial harmony. You will find that this mission statement is a very focused and action-oriented mission statement, and I must tell you that, believe you me, I think 80%, I'm not saying we have achieved 100%, but we are working. How far we have been successful, that is others to see, but I must tell you that we are totally focused on this mission statement that we must provide. National Bank, if they want to retain #1 position, we have been retaining this #1 position since 2003, but if we want to retain until 2008, we are #1, mashallah, the financial institution in the country, the strongest financially, assets-wise, advanced size, anything you take, we are today, mashallah, the #1 premier financial institution in the country, and if we have to retain these financial positions in the country, we have got to focus, and in HR, to help the business to retain these positions, being #1 financial institutions, we have worked out this mission statement, because we feel that providing more talent, and we didn't say that we are going to hire people Harvard and from Stanford and from MIT and from the best business schools in the world. We have said, no, we are going to benchmark within the country. And the benchmark is that we must provide in all functional areas, whether it is HR, whether it is audit, whether it is IT, whether it is business, whether it is marketing, whether it is operations, whether it is agriculture financing, anywhere. We must continue both internally. We must scan through within the organization. We launched a massive talent hunt within the organization that we, out of 15,000, we went around, conducted group discussions, interview, written test, totally not hierarchical approach. The hierarchy were not a criteria to be identified the people. Even if it was the OJT, lowest level of officers, the highest level in the management. We went very, very objectively, and I must tell you, I'm not exaggerating, 95 to 96%. I should be saying that 99%, by God I'm telling you, that we went for the talent hunt program within the organization. We very ruthlessly avoided all kind of sifarish from anywhere in the country. We will not succumb. It is not an easy job, I tell you. That it's not an easy task. That in the public sector organization, which was being compared with the post office culture, I'm not saying today we're the finest, the culture does not change in 5 years or in 6 years or even in 10 years. I must tell you, the culture changed, at least in huge organizations like National Bank, it takes about maybe 10 to 15 years time to really change the culture of an organization. It doesn't change overnight, and it requires a lot of perseverance, it requires a lot of patience, it requires ruthless focus, that you have to, as a missionary zeal, you have got to go through it. So once we have decided to provide more talented human resource in relation to competition in all the functional areas, we looked internally and we looked externally. And since 2003, as I said a little earlier, that at all levels, we looked for the talent within the organization. We went for a major talent hunt program throughout the country, internationally also. Only last 2 months ago, from this talent from within the organization, we posted 16 of our talented human resource. First time it has happened, totally objectively in all over 21 branches all over the world, like including Washington, Paris, Tokyo, Middle East, Dhaka, Central Asia. We placed the only basis was the talent and the objective selection based on the approach and based on the process we adopted. So first, as I said, that externally, before we went into this, we had challenged the status quo. We created, it requires tremendous job to convince even my colleague, person who is of my level, that how important it is to have, to encourage talent within the organization. Embarrassing so that they also embrace a talent mindset, formulating policies and district compliance tool, transparency and merit, ruthless focus, communication, and I don't have time to talk to you in each of these factors, and training and coaching and mentoring. And mentoring we have started, we haven't been successful that much, but in training and coaching we have done a lot, and in the question answer session you can talk about. So when we talk about talent management, we have just said that we have 29 regions, and each region have about the 5 to 6 business managers in each area: marketing, operations, HR, compliance, and risk. So these 5 are the management team which controls about branch size ranging from 30 to 60 in each region. So all the branches are managed by this regional management team, and they're the 5 members of this regional management team. And for the first time, we did to the help of outsiders also. And I said that we went on a talent hunt program, and just a talent pool scheme program. And one of the resources we used for the regional management team, when we talk about the regional management team, was the talent pool resource, which was totally